listening to Tough Tiger Talk Flash Report.
All right, shout out to the Tough Tiger Talk Nation. I am Big Q. Time for another episode of Tough Tiger Talk, man. We're going to discuss everything LSU in this broadcast like we do every time, man. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and salute to the Tough Tiger Talk and LSU Fighting Football family. We up in this one, man. This one, we're going to talk about our secondary, right? Shout out to LSU Wire. Will Rosenblatt did a good job on this article. Talk about LSU football, the state of the secondary, and depth chart impact players. Getting familiar with our team, man, coming up in 26-27 season. LSU football reclaimed its status as DBU in 2025 after years of inconsistent secondary play. The arrivals of Mansoor, Delane, and Haulcy elevated LSU's DB room to one of the best in the nation. Now, Delane and Haulcy are off to the NFL, but LSU retained several key contributors on the back end and landed a few portal splashes as well. Now, LSU's secondary is again posed to be a strength. New head coach Lane Kiffin brought back the defensive coordinator Blake Baker, along with the bulk of the defensive staff that includes secondary coach Corey Raymond, who played a key role in LSU's talent retention. With LSU over a week into spring practice, let's take a look at some of the secondary standouts, right? We'll talk about the projection depth and impact players and potential breakouts in the secondary area, right? Let's get right onto it. LSU football depth chart cornerback. Y'all hit that like button. DJ Pickett and PJ Woodland are the clear starters at the cornerback positions. But after the first line, there are some questions about depth. Jakeem Jackson is probably the next man up. So you can see right here a real clever chart put together here by the writer showing you DJ Pickett and PJ Woodland as the two quality cornerbacks for us. But who's our nickel guy, right? Got several interesting options. Jakeem Jackson should be the next guy, but there are other guys, Aiden Anden, Traylon James, Michael Turner Jr., Havon Finney Jr. and Emory Peterson. This is a competition that we will be monitoring in spring practice as we get ready to head into fall football, because that will kind of show if any of these other games or any of these other players are rather to challenge Jakeem Jackson for that third cornerback position. How about the safety depth chart? Tay Benefield and Tamarcus Cooley will handle the first team reps, but expect Deshaun Spears to play in a lot of stuff too. So you can see those are the top guys with Spears in the rotation. Next, Fahim Delane, who's the brother of Mansoor, Aiden Hall, and Jace Thomas are listed as well. Isaiah Washington and Mason Doucette are also on the list as depth options for the secondary. Who do LSU lose? There's a good bit of continuity, but LSU said goodbye to key players. We talked about Delane and A.G. Haulcy, where the biggest losses replacing two all-SEC players isn't easy, but LSU didn't lose much production in the transfer portal either. But the Tigers lost some depth pieces in the secondary. Jacob Branford, Jordan Gilbert, and Joel Rogers all transferred out before Kiffin got here. Now the headliner is, of course, DJ Pickett. He can be an All-American this year. The five-star played 524 reps as a freshman, emerged as a plus defender in year one. Securing Pickett's return was a priority for LSU, and it gives LSU a potential superstar to replace the departing Delane. So he's a big target and a hell of a player. DJ Pickett, 6'5". That's rare size for a corner, has physical, and he has physical traits and can run, which allows him to play in man coverage versus anyone. LSU works Pickett into the blitz game too. The corner racked up 6 pressures and had 2 sacks in 2025. Man, I never seen nothing like him. PJ Woodland is ready to take another step. LSU could have the best cornerback duo in the SEC this year, but Woodland joining DJ Pickett. Woodland played as a freshman in 24 and showed massive progress in 2025. Opposing QBs had a passer rating of 54.8 when targeting Woodland, and he broke up 5 passes with 2 picks as a sophomore. We expect an all-SEC year from Woodland as a junior. Is cornerback depth going to be a problem for LSU? After Pickett and Woodland, there are some questions. LSU's cornerback room lacks some depth. Jakeem Jackson would be what we would call the next man up. He's a Florida transfer, was part of LSU's 25 portal class. He was coming off a season-ending injury for them in 24, for UF in 24, didn't play much in 2025. Still, Jackson's decision to remain LSU does signal the coaching staff has a plan for him. He's now 100% healthy, and Jackson should rotate in 2026. If something were to happen, Pickett or Woodland, Jackson would be expected to step in and hold down a starting gig. Jackson is talented, but we've yet to put it together at the SEC level. So this is a big year for him. After Jackson, there is no proven depth at all. LSU will need one more young guy to take a step and play at least 50 to 100 snaps. Which one of those players you think it will be, family? I don't know. We'll see. Safety position is in a good spot despite the loss of A.J. Haulcy, which is significant. LSU remains well positioned at the safety spot. The Tigers returned to Marcus Cooley and Deshaun Spears and signed Ty Benefield and Fahim Delane out of the portal. That's good. So Coley was a Swiss Army knife of sorts last year for us. He could play deep safety in the middle of the field and fit the run in the box. He was responsible for the occasional coverage bust, but I expect that to improve with a better understanding of the defense in 2026. Benefield will start alongside of Cooley. Now he's the Boise State transfer who's pretty much an elite athlete who can run and be a physical tackle. He also has the tools needed to be very productive in SEC safety as a safety player. Deshaun Spears gives LSU elite depth at the safety position. Spears is the reason LSU safety room will not take a step back this year. He played somewhat limited role last year, but when he was on the field, he was elite. LSU will find ways to put him on the field more in the upcoming season. He's 6'3" and posted a 90.1 defensive grade with 255 defensive snaps, looking for an uptick in him. Now, the bottom line is losing a couple of all SEC players is tough, but LSU has the tools to build a productive secondary. I see no reason why the group shouldn't be as good as they were last year. I wouldn't project a massive step forward either. That's fine though, because last year's unit was one of the best in football. And when you got Blake Baker returning, you got Lane Kiffin, and really another thing that people really need to take account for when you talk about the improvements of LSU defense is going to be the offense. And I'm saying that because they're going to practice up against those guys, right? You're going to see them practice up against that Lane Kiffin offense, which means Lane Kiffin has a high tempo offense. Things happen relatively fast. That will improve LSU's defense. Remember, when we had opportunities, we played against them, we would play up to a point, but a lot of people cannot keep pace full games with what Lane Kiffin does. He just really mastered that high tempo, high production offense, that high spread stuff that just all over the place, taking advantage of tired teams. You got to be on your rotations. That will challenge Blake Baker. It would challenge our defense as well to improve and get better. So I expect the secondary to probably be one of the strengths of the defensive side of the ball with the big names that we have, and could very well be the best secondary return or even be better based on the environment that they'll be playing in. I think things change. I think we're about to hit a golden era of football in LSU. A golden era of sports, period, man. LSU is on one with all these massive moves. We talking about coaches getting Lane Kiffin, bringing back, man, just doing a lot of phenomenal stuff, man. In terms of hitting or swinging for the fence, LSU spending money, hiring people that are winners, and attempt to overall just be great. Overall to be great. That's what it comes down to. Like I said, whether it's baseball, Olympics, football, basketball, LSU's coming for the crown, man. They're not playing. With bringing back Will Wade, that was another excellent move. So I just love what they're doing. All right, so y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Big Q talking tough Tiger talk lingo, man. Hit that like button. All right.